meltdown over MPs at Westminster and their expenses has rather overshadowed, as we were saying, the start of the election campaign for the European Parliament, long regarded as even more of a gravy train. Now, last time round, the UK Independence Party, UKIP, was the big success story, returning 12 MEPs. Since then, the party has had a few struggles with factionalism, although its leader, Nigel Farage, remains upbeat as ever, I'm sure. Welcome.
Thank you.
Last time round, your high point, possibly?
Well, they said that in '99. We won 3 seats from nowhere in '99, and we were told that would never be repeated. We did phenomenally well last time round. The big difference this time, and it's the BBC itself through their opinion polling that show, that what UKIP stands for, namely that we shouldn't be part of political union with Europe, but should have a trade agreement and should cooperate with our neighbours, is now the majority view of the British people in this country. Now, the challenge for us is to try and make sure over the course of the next 4 weeks that we have a proper national debate, because my feeling is that Labour and the Conservatives and Lib Dems would rather not discuss the European dimension of our lives.
The Tories would say they've got the most Eurosceptic leadership and the most Eurosceptic parliamentary party and the most Eurosceptic MPs they've ever had, and that they will offer this country a referendum.
Well, they're not doing that. They're saying there'll be a referendum, but only if the Irish vote no in a second referendum, and if the Irish vote yes in a second referendum, then we'll just jolly well have to put up with it. I mean, that simply isn't good enough. You know, what we're saying is, look, it's been over 30 years since this country had a say. Nobody who voted yes in 1975 could have imagined that 75% plus of our laws would now be made in not in Westminster, but in Brussels. Nobody would have imagined how much it's cost. It's time we had a proper debate.
Yeah. You lost 3 of the MEPs that were elected in different ways, including through some fraud and so on. And there seems to be a sort of constant and very, very angry argument going on inside your party. Why?
I wouldn't accept that. I mean, look, the one thing I would say is this. Every party, just as every family, every company, has its bad apples. The question is, how do you deal with them? And in UKIP, we haven't tried to brush things under the carpet. We haven't tried to protect anybody. When people have broken faith with us, we've simply got rid of them, which is a marked contrast, I think, to the way that the big parties are handling the current expenses crisis. We have a faction of UKIP, of what I would call generally angry old men, who would like the party to be negative in everything that it does. I'm not being negative. Look, I don't want to be part of this political union with Europe because I think we've got bigger opportunities across the world. I think we can deregulate the British economy, be far better off and far more self-confident. Now, if some people don't like that approach, well, so be it. And it's changed, Andrew. I mean, look, you know, we've had all these accusations that somehow we're a very right-wing party. Of our candidates standing for us in these European elections, we've got young people, we've got many more women, we've got 5 black and Asian candidates. It's a very much more diverse UKIP.
So is it fair to say that your prime focus in terms of trying to reshape the party's image has been that jibe about they were the British National Party in blazers is the most damaging thing that you want to turn around?
Yeah, absolutely. It was very damaging. It did stick. It was never true. You know, we've always been a non-racist, non-sectarian party, and this time round I think it's very difficult for anybody to give us those accusations.
Now, if you don't get the same number of MEPs as last time, you're going to step down as leader?
Well, if we fail in these elections, then the party will have to find somebody else. But I don't think we are going to fail in these elections. I think once the debate kicks off, once people realise, you know, we can't even control who comes to live, work and settle in this country as members of this European Union. Once we have that debate over the course of the next few weeks, I am confident that we will do very well. So well, in fact, that I think we've got a chance of beating the Labour Party. The Labour Party may well come in 4th place in these elections. Goodness me, it could be UKIP that gets rid of Gordon Brown.
Which would be an extraordinary thing. And
would serve him right for not giving us the referendum that he promised us.
And you feel that all the things that the Conservatives have done to sort of take Europe more serious and all the rest of it, that's not going to kind of persuade people to vote Conservative?
None of it's worth a light. Just one example, the Common Fisheries Policy. The Conservatives were saying 2 or 3 years ago that they take back our territorial waters. Now they're saying they accept us being part of it. This is not a Eurosceptic Conservative party in terms of its leadership, but in terms of its membership and its voters, it very much is.
Last time round you had old Robert Kilroy Silk in every single advert all over the place. He's gone. Has that been a blow?
The one thing that Kilroy did for us is that UKIP became a household name and people knew who we were and what we stood for, and that gives us a big advantage coming into these elections. I'm just disappointed that he took himself rather too seriously.
Nigel Farage, no one's going to accuse you of that. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning.
To find out more about who we are and what we stand for, go to the UK Independence Party website at www.ukip.org.